Oh,
in the miracle
amen,
business. She's
amen.
always been a sweet person, very instrumental. When I was ordained, and she came to play for me, so I could go on and on.
Wow.
But it's about her promoting what she's doing, and I'm going to keep using her product and supporting and tell everyone else about it. But
Amen.
just quickly, I just want to say, and I'd like to get Attorney Neverdon feedback on it. I did a news interview today where
Channel 13,
Channel
right?
13, yeah, it'd be on at
I
5.
saw that.
Now
Yeah, you
this-
think I
now
had my
this
eyes
coming
on
on
you?
at 5.
I
This
know.
is
I saw
relevant.
the recording
Oh, okay. Well,
today. You was
yeah,
at
but you got-
Belvedere, 25th Street.
when I
Where
was
we
in
all
front
at?
of Sister Flowers building.
Right.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you got to be careful because some news reporters, when they ask you things, they be trying to, in an indirect way, get you to say people are not doing their job or responsible. Of course, I would never say anything negative. Commissioner does his job, I do my job, but I am upset that they haven't have a person of interest. The person they had, like, apparently they didn't have anything on them.
So you're saying they didn't lock up the person?
No,
They said
no.
they was going after.
Well, I'm not going to let
Allegedly.
you trick me
Allegedly.
today, Brother Wiles, because you know you would say
Okay.
give names. I've been on the show with you long
We
enough.
don't have to give names today. You don't have to give names today.
So, no, they don't have anybody. But they just, my request was that they up the reward. And I told
How
the news
much?
reporter, well, at least,
They need to up it, you telling them?
yeah, well, I'm saying I would be the first to go and make the plea to the pastors to contribute.
Okay.
Because they pay the dogs medical
How
expense
much
for
they pay?
$20,000.
You
So
talk
human
about,
life?
wait a minute, you saying an animal life is more
Yeah, sure.
worth than a human life?
Well, I mean, it
No.
has happened. Well, I'm gonna let
What?
this Attorney Neverlong get
Oh,
into that. I ain't gonna bother.
Give me a bowl of lava.
What's your intake on that, Attorney Neverdon?
Well, if we're speaking about, you're talking about our young child that we lost,
Mackenzie Elliott.
Mackenzie, 3 years old. And here's the thing, and what I would say is this: under an administration that I would have as the state's attorney and having prior law enforcement, the first thing is you are in a position that you have to be more grounded than anybody else. Which means that because what you put out of your mouth in a moment of emotion, when a family is aching at its worst point, they're going to bank on that. The thing to do is to say, look, we either have leads or we don't. We're going to follow up on it. We don't want our investigations to get messed up. We're going to keep you abreast of everything that's going on and give them the truth. When you put out a blanket statement that says, by week's end, we're going to have this person.
Oh.
Come
See, he's an attorney. He knows how
Oh.
to. He knows what to say.
You
and
know,
how to say
you
it.
put that out there. And so the thing to
The commissioner put it out there? Who put it
You
out
know
there?
who put it out
Oh.
there.
Well,
You know,
My listeners don't know. Who?
Commissioner Batts.
Okay.
so
Maybe he had a lead. Maybe.
But here's the thing: it's a lead.
Mhm.
Unless you have, well, because I don't want to say anything that would interfere with what they're doing. But what I will say is this: is that this is not about pointing fingers. This is about working in unison and putting the resources together and saying, you know what? We understand the disconnect is there's not trust in the community, in the system, or the police department. People are scared to say something because their name might be thrown out there. And if this is a turf war or a gang-on-gang fight, you're going to put me out there. So now you've subjected me to harm's way. I mean, I've had people complain to me about, them knocking on the door in broad daylight.
What?
So that's one of the things you have to think about. So
Okay.
don't call the community out and say that you're cowards because you're not saying anything. Understand
Wait a
the
minute.
fear that runs.
Someone called the neighborhood out and said, you're a coward?
Well,
I had that happen to me in 07 where they had the gang war in East Baltimore, the Black Gorilla family and the Blood.
Black Gorilla means jail gang, right?
Yes.
And in the streets, it's like Crips Blood and FBGs. I don't know. the name,
BGF.
though.
BGF
Right.
stand for the Black Gorilla family.
Thank God that I wasn't up in the gang. I always know how to fight head up.
but you had family.
I had
And you got to
family.
understand that a lot of our young men are broken, and so gangs represents the closest thing to a family.
So people join gangs because they don't have a family.
They don't have a sense of belonging. Yeah.
Right. A
Well,
sense of
let's
acceptance.
get
He's right.
together with people out there, get to your loved ones, and let them get out the game, and be close and be a family with them.
Yeah, but you talking about generational issues that we've got going on.
It go long.
Because see, I
generations.
was blessed and fortunate. We shared that earlier. I was blessed and fortunate that although my mother and my father who struggled with drug addiction and being involved in that world, I had a village. I had grandparents that stepped in. And I'm not talking about just grandparents in the name of grandparents, but sure enough, grandparents that raised 12 of their own and still said, I still got enough energy and prayer left in me to give you a shot. You know, that's what we're missing.
My calls is dropping. Let me go right to Thomas. You live on Tax Talk. We're going to come back and pass the answer. Go ahead. Here you go.
You have him now.
Quickly.
You got him now.
What you want to ask him? Quickly, we running out of time. We only on for a couple minutes. You mad at
Attorney never done. No, he must
No.
be talking about another Stacey Jones.
the witness saying that he wasn't the guy and he still had him arrested? What would you
Why
do in a
have him on the
situation?
air? Why don't you? maybe
What would you
arrange
do
this
in a
that you
situation?
can talk to him and y'all can connect.
Yeah. You
Won't you leave your information with our board op and attorney?
and here's what I'll do. I'll give you my office
Never
number.
done
You can
call.
call me directly
Okay, cool.
at 410-235-2184. That's 410-235-2184. And that's actually one of the things and
Thanks.
as the Reverend was saying to us, he was saying that, with this case with McKenzie, that is, and as much as we get on the police, you actually have to commend them for doing the right thing. Because either A, you didn't have enough information and evidence to withhold somebody's freedom for a long period of time, or you got the wrong person.
Okay.
And you can't just idly hold somebody because, see, that's a life that's affected.
I
You
know.
can never give back that
Right.
time. So it's best to investigate first and then arrest second.
Right.
And that's the problem.
What they
We rush
doing?
to judgment.
They arresting first and investigate second.
Right, yeah.
Bill, you live? How you doing? Uh-oh. I gotta go, Bill. Our time. All right. Sorry for cutting you off, Bill, but 30-minute show. I gotta get back on for an hour.
You gotta get back on for an hour. But I tell you what, I'm gonna plug the sister here on me, my hair growth, and my bald head. I'm gonna give it a try.